Before Naruto or Sasuke could make a move against the enemies, Kakashi and Guy appeared before them. Kakashi and Guy disposed of the enemies surrounding them quickly as Kakashi then turned to his genin. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura. This fight isn't yours. The others and I will handle the stadium. You three need to make your way to the village. Naruto and Sasuke will defend the village while Sakura attends to any wounded. Make haste, said Kakashi as he noticed Naruto staring at the Kage booth, where a huge purple barrier appeared. Don't worry, Naruto. The Sandaime will be fine. Plus, he would want you to head to the village anyway. You're in charge, so get going. Naruto looked hesitant at first until Kakashi said the Hokage would want him to protect the village. Naruto turned to see his teammates nod at him. Let's do this, said Naruto as he jumped to the stadium floor followed by Sasuke and Sakura. Naruto bit his thumb midway down and slammed his hand on the ground upon landing. Kuchiyos no Jutsu, summoning technique, said Naruto as a huge puff of smoke appeared. Gamabunta appeared from the smoke with the genin of Team 7 riding his head. Boss, can we get a ride to Konoha? There's an invasion happening and we're needed at the village. It's that way? Said Naruto as Bunta took off for the leaf. Sasuke and Sakura stuck to the huge toad's head using chakra just like Naruto so that they wouldn't fall off. As Gamabunta was leaping toward the leaf, Sasuke spoke. We can't be friends anymore after this, said Sasuke talking to Naruto. You're the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi, hold a Kekai Genkai only seen in the first Hokage, and now you can summon toads. What else can you do, cause this is getting out of hand? Naruto smirked. Seems I have a better dance instructor than you, said Naruto as Sasuke scoffed. Naruto kept using his dance line against him. A few moments later, Gamabunta landed at the village gate. We're here, shouted Gamabunta as Sakura nodded and headed toward the hospital. We should make sure all the civilians are out of the way. Don't want any casualties due to collateral damage, but first let's make sure Sakura gets to the hospital, said Naruto. Naruto created several clones that acted as an escort for Sakura. As Naruto was making sure Sakura was safe, Sasuke turned to see a battalion of ninja heading for the village walls. Naruto, we have about 300 ninjas heading toward the village at 3 o'clock. What do you want to do? Asked Sasuke with a smirk. It was time to fight. Naruto looked thoughtful for a second until he slammed his hands in the snake seal. Mokuton, Jukai Koten, with style. Nativity of a sea of trees, said Naruto as hundreds of newly created trees rushed toward the group of ninja. What the hell? Shouted an Oto Nin as he was skewered by the rush of trees. The trees assaulted the ninjas as they were helpless to the sudden appearance of the forest. Of the 300 ninjas that were there, about 140 were left and half of those were trapped in or underneath the trees. Barnying, boss, bring the oil. Sasuke, bring the fire, said Naruto as Gamabunta and Sasuke obliged. Bunta spewed the trees in a thick coat of oil as Sasuke lit the newly created forest ablaze with several well-placed fireballs. Amid the screams and the blazing forest, one Suna ninja looked fearful at the sight. This is a massacre, said a Suna ninja, who had survived the attack. An older Suna ninja disagreed. No, this scene is like the ones my grandfather told me about of Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha. Who could have done this? Naruto and Sasuke appeared in front of the two Suna Nin as Naruto spoke. We did, and we're sorry about your Suna comrades, said Naruto as he and Sasuke knocked them both unconscious. We're gonna kill all Oto ninjas, but the Suna ninjas we will keep alive. Gigi is fighting Orochimaru, who posed as the Kazekage. I noticed it when I watched that purple barrier go up. He most likely tricked Suna into this invasion by pretending to be their leader, said Naruto. Before he and Sasuke separated, Naruto spoke once again. I'm winning our bet. Naruto vanished in a shunshin as Sasuke smirked. Only because I let you go first, said Sasuke as he took off to defend his home. Kage box, 30 minutes earlier. Seems we'll have another Konoha finale at Kazekage Dano, said Hiruzen as he looked toward the Kazekage. The Kazekage shifted his gaze toward Hiruzen as a smoke grenade dropped in between them. The smoke grenade detonated and created a huge cloud of smoke. After a few moments, the smoke cleared and the view of the booth could be seen. The Kazekage held a kunai to Hiruzen's neck as he lifted him to the roof of the Kage booth. The two Kages stood with the Kazekage still behind Hiruzen with a kunai to his neck in a rectangle at each corner surrounding the two Kages. For Odo Shinobi clapped their hands together. Shishinjin, for Violet Flames formation, shouted the four shinobi as a huge purple barrier appeared around the two, and a mini barrier formed around those four individuals. Seems we're not going to be able to leave anytime soon. But maybe it's for the best if we fight in this barrier without interference. Thought Hiruzen. Kazekage Dano, what is the meaning of this? Asked Hiruzen, feigning shock. Kukukuku, it seems you've gotten senile in your old age. Do you not recognize me? I am your favorite student, said the Kazekage as he took off his face veil. Hiruzen laughed slightly but never turned around. Well, if you are my favorite student, then I may have to send you back to the academy if you perform poorly, started Hiruzen as he dissolved into mud. Doton, Doryu Taiga, Earth Style, Earth Flow River, said Hiruzen, now behind Orochimaru. The mud from the earlier dissolved clone became a mud river that swept Orochimaru down the roof. Orochimaru tried to gain his bearings, but Hiruzen was having none of that. Doton, Doryuden, Earth Style, Earth Dragon Bullet, Katon, Karyuden, Fire Style, Fire Dragon Bullet, said Hiruzen as a huge earth dragon rose from the ground and fired off mud bullets at Orochimaru. Hiruzen added fire to the bullets as they rammed into Orochimaru. Are you done with this foolishness, Orochimaru? Said Hiruzen as he took off his robes to reveal his shinobi outfit. Orochimaru rose from the ground a ways away unharmed and smirked. Seems you were prepared to die, sensei? Said Orochimaru as he took off his own robes. Well, let's get to it, shall we? Finished Orochimaru as he flew through several hand seals. Hiruzen attempted to stop Orochimaru by using the Kage Shuriken no Jutsu, Shadow Shuriken technique, but it was too late as two coffins rose to shield Orochimaru from the projectiles. Seems the third coffin failed. No matter, these two will be enough, thought Orochimaru as the two coffins opened to show the first and second Hokages. Orochimaru placed a kunai with seal tags into each of their heads. Shall we, sensei? Said Orochimaru as the two previous Kages sprinted at Sarutobi. Konoha. Ah, a snake! Shouted a civilian as a huge snake slithered toward them. The snake was preparing to eat the civilians until a huge toad appeared. Kuchios. Yatai Kazushi no Jutsu. Summoning. Food cart destroyer technique. Came the shout of Naruto as he appeared above the snake. Naruto summoned a huge toad that landed on the snake and crushed it underneath its weight. Are you okay? Asked Naruto to the civilians who merely nodded their heads at their savior. Naruto was still clad in his umbu outfit from earlier, but it seemed he'd picked up a new addition. An orange scarf was wrapped around his neck that flowed behind him. He had acquired it from another civilian he had saved earlier, who gave it to him as thanks. Naruto couldn't resist it. It was his favorite color. Naruto placed his hands in the ram seal as he said, Moku Bunshin no Jutsu, wood clone technique. From Naruto's body, protrusions of wood appeared and flew out of his body to form dozens of clones. Naruto gave his clones orders to spread out and continue to assist with Konoha's defense and the evacuation of the villagers. You're pretty good, bro, said a small orange toad on Naruto's head. I try Gamakichi, though it seems that we're getting nowhere close to the end of this invasion. How many enemies are there? Asked Naruto. Naruto had tried to summon a small toad to get word to Jiraiya about the invasion, but Gamakichi appeared instead and stayed with Naruto. Naruto had no qualms with his presence as the small toad was good company. Looking good, kid, said a new voice as Naruto turned to see Ibiki behind him flanked with two umbu. Nice scarf and matching toad, said Ibiki, amused at the comical sight of a 14-year-old, blonde kid, who is slowly becoming the most important ninja in the village, have a small toad on his head. Hey, we look good, said Naruto as he and Gamakichi fist bumped. Naruto then asked, the village seems empty. Did you already get all the villagers out of here? I've only seen a handful since I've been here. Yeah, kid, that's village protocol during attacks like these. You wouldn't know since you haven't had to deal with something like this before, said Ibiki as he explained. It's written in the Konoha manual that during the event that the village is attacked, we move into 3 stages of defense. Stage 1 involves us eliminating all enemy forces that have infiltrated the village. If that fails, we move to Stage 2 consisting of evacuating the villagers, while slowing the enemy's advance. And finally, Stage 3. What's Stage 3? Asked Naruto since Ibiki paused for a moment. Naruto heard a few screams and Ibiki smirked. Eliminating all threats in the village, said Ibiki as screams could be heard all over. Naruto looked to see a huge Akimichi member appear towering and stomping about. Choza, Choji's dad. That means, trailed off Naruto as he could see several shinobi caught in Shikaku's jutsu and Inoichi causing enemy ninjas to attack each other. Seems the Ino Shikacho is powerful. Finished Naruto as he watched Konoha easily handling the opposing forces. You're right. We got the village kid, you go handle the village walls. There's more out there for someone of your skill set than in here where you could potentially harm the village. Get going, said Ibiki as Naruto nodded and took off for the village walls. Kid's gonna be good one day. Strong, smart, and quite mature for his age. Thought Ibiki until he remembered something. Maybe not mature. You can't take a kid with an orange toad on his head serious. Village walls. Chidori! Shouted Sasuke as he cut through an Oto ninja. Sasuke turned to see Naruto appear behind him. Nice scarf. And baby toad. Nice jutsu. Seems you learned more from Kakashi than you told me. Seems we all have our little secrets, said Naruto as he stiffened slightly. A few moments later, Naruto looked to see about 30 Oto ninjas surround him and Sasuke. How many people are there in this invasion? One of the Oto ninjas smirked. Hello Naruto Senju and Sasuke Uchiha. We've been given orders to capture you both and that is what's going to happen. We're the elite in Otogekure, all of us are Jonin and you two have no chance. So just surrender now and this will be over with. Naruto and Sasuke looked at each other and nodded. Okay, said Naruto as he and Sasuke put their hands out in a surrendering fashion. The Oto ninja looked on amused at their surrender but took it as a blessing. No unnecessary fighting. For ninjas grabbed onto Naruto and Sasuke and prepared to take them away. Both Naruto and Sasuke detonated on the 4 surrounding shinobi, killing them instantly. What the hell? Said one of the remaining ninja, who had a few singe marks from being in the blast radius. That's 4 more who count toward my total. I'm sure I'm kicking your ass right now in our bet, said Naruto as he had been keeping count of his kills. Naruto and Sasuke were standing on a nearby tree branch overlooking the group. Naruto and Sasuke had traded places with 2 of Naruto's wood clones, with one transforming into Sasuke. The clones then used Bunshin Daibakuha, clone Great Explosion, to explode on the Oto ninjas. Naruto could only use that jutsu with his wood clones though. His rock clones needed an explosive note. Whatever, let's just get this over with. I'm sick of this stupid and futile invasion, said Sasuke, who had still been keeping his count, and knew he wasn't beating Naruto. He hadn't caught Naruto's kills since the first attack. Naruto and Sasuke began to kill the remaining Oto Jonins easily and swiftly with kunai. They were terrible ninjas and likely given that title probably to help convince Suna to attack. Naruto finished off the last ninja as he then pointed a kunai at the appearance of another presence. Whoa. Calm down Gaki. It's just me, said Jiraiya as he landed near Sasuke and Naruto. Jiraiya-sensei, you're still here? I thought you left? Said Naruto as Jiraiya had told him he'd be leaving a week before the final started. Jiraiya smirked. Who do you think told Konoha about this invasion? I'm Konoha's spymaster kid. Plus I had to protect my home. Though I didn't know Suna would be involved, said Jiraiya as Naruto realized that's why he had come back in the first place. Jiraiya was here to warn the Hokage about the impending invasion. So are we almost done? And how is Gigi? Asked Naruto as he was still concerned about Hiruzen. The purple barrier was still up, so that meant they had to be fighting still. It should be about over. Stage 3 is in effect and that'll pretty much end the fight inside the village. So since they have the village taken care of, why don't we go check on Sensei? Said Jiraiya as he noticed Naruto's attire. Nice scarf, and is that Gamakichi on your head? You're a weird kid. You can come too, Sasuke. With that said, The trio headed back to the stadium to check on things there. Kage Tower, 10 minutes later, Naruto, Sasuke, and Jiraiya appeared on the rooftop as they saw 3 other Umbu standing outside the barrier. Naruto scanned for the Hokage but couldn't see him due to the large forest blocking his view. Forest? Is Tenzo-sensei in there? No, it couldn't be. The forest is too large. Sensei couldn't do something like that. That can't mean? Thought Naruto, fearing the worst, and Umbu turned toward the new arrivals. Jiraiya-sama, what's going on in the barrier? Asked Jiraiya. Sandaime-sama is facing off against Orochimaru. However, Orochimaru used Edo Tensei, reanimation, and brought back the first and second Hokages. They've been fighting since the invasion started, and we haven't seen Hokage-sama since this forest sprang up a while ago, said the Umbu. Have you not tried to get in? Asked Naruto. That barrier is impossible to get into unless you can stop the ones using it. But since they put a barrier around themselves, it's difficult to get to them, replied the Umbu. As he finished speaking, Naruto vanished in a shunshin. Where's he going? Did you guys ever think to attack them from underground? Asked Sasuke as he followed after Naruto. The Sandaime was important to him too. Hiruzen had helped in getting Sasuke back on his feet after the massacre. Naruto appeared in front of a corner of the barrier as he looked at the shinobi inside. Sasuke showed up behind him as the shinobi spoke. Hello, shitheads, said the red-headed Kunoichi as she smirked at the 2 arrivals. What the hell are you gonna do, fuckers? You can't get in the barrier, so get the fuck away from me. Naruto said nothing as he slammed a hand into the ground. Naruto used Mokuton, Daijirin no Jutsu, with style, great forest technique, to morph his left arm into a wooden branch. Shit! Shouted the redhead as a branch appeared in front of her and she had to dodge it or die. However, upon dodging, she had to let go of the jutsu, ending the barrier jutsu entirely. We have a problem. Shit! Said one of her teammates who seemingly had 2 heads. The barrier had been comprised, but it had been perfect timing since Orochimaru was needing to leave anyway. He rushed over and grabbed Orochimaru as the redhead and the other 2 ninjas covered their exit. Sasuke wanted to go after them, but Naruto insisted they go check on the Hokage. Naruto and Sasuke arrived to see Jiraiya land near the Hokage, who was lying prone on the ground lifeless. Kurama could sense Naruto's inner turmoil and knew it would lead to nothing good. Naruto, don't do anything brash, said Kurama, trying to keep Naruto thinking straight. Naruto didn't respond as Sasuke found the voice to say, Is he? Yes, he gave his life to defeat the first, second, and Orochimaru in battle, though he couldn't finish off the snake. Came the reply of an aged monkey, likely the summoning for Hiruzen. He left me with instructions for a Naruto Senju. After a few moments and with Naruto not saying anything, Jiraiya voiced his concerns for his apprentice. Naruto, are you alright? Asked Jiraiya since he hadn't talked since asking the Umbu that question earlier. Naruto didn't speak or even acknowledge that he heard anybody. Naruto had just lost the one man who was practically his life. His grandfather in all but blood. The man who helped start him toward his dream of being a great shinobi, and now he was gone. Naruto gently took Gamakichi off his head as he looked to where Orochimaru fled. Naruto? Asked Jiraiya once more, trying to get a response. Naruto responded by activating his one-tailed cloak and taking off after the fleeing Sannin. Seems the boy is hellbent on getting to him. He must be the boy whom Hiruzen was telling me about, said the monkey as Jiraiya nodded. Yes, he is Enma-sama, said Jiraiya as he noticed Sasuke take off after Naruto. What was that message Sensei wanted to tell him? Enma relayed the message to Jiraiya and then disappeared in a puff of smoke. Jiraiya nodded as he left Sarutobi to his Umbu guards and headed off to assist Naruto and Sasuke. Nearing Konoha's walls, Orochimaru was in pain. His plans were ruined by Hiruzen due to him stealing his arms from him. He was now being assisted by his Sound Four in fleeing the village, but as they were fleeing, they felt an ominous presence appear. Turning around, they saw Naruto cloaked in a red fox shroud running toward them at a rapidly approaching pace. The ninja with 2 heads spoke, Orochimaru-sama, we have a problem. The Senju boy is hot on our trail, and he's clad in his bijou cloak. Orochimaru looked to see Naruto gaining on them rapidly. Orochimaru knew this wasn't going to end well for any of them if Naruto got to them. But luck seemed to be on Orochimaru's side, as his remaining Oto forces appeared to accompany him in his retreat. "You all stop him. Kill him if you must, just don't let him continue," said Orochimaru in a panic as everyone besides the Sound Four and Orochimaru stopped to face off against the Jinchuriki. The Oto ninjas all stood in preparation as Naruto would be there any second. Naruto arrived shortly after Orochimaru had continued on his journey to see his path stopped by nearly 100 Oto shinobi. "Fire!" said one of the Oto ninjas, commanding the rest. All of the ninjas let loose a barrage of kunai, shuriken, and any other weapon they had at the approaching Naruto. Naruto never stopped running as he let loose a primal roar. That roar created a powerful shockwave that blew back the projectiles as Naruto continued toward Orochimaru. Naruto tried to keep sprinting through, but a group of enemies got in the way. Naruto stabbed a clawed hand cleanly through the heart and out the back of one of them, and it seemed to set something off in Naruto. Naruto then began ripping through every Oto shinobi in the area, cutting them down left and right. Sasuke and Jiraiya appeared a little ways off to watch the carnage Naruto was dishing out to the helpless shinobis. They looked to see Orochimaru gone, as that's why Naruto must have gotten angry. They stopped him from getting his retribution. "Let's let him cool down before we try to stop him," said Jiraiya as Sasuke quickly nodded his head. They didn't want any piece of what Naruto was giving out. After about 5 minutes of hunting every Oto ninja and then tearing them apart, Naruto could be seen cloaked still in his chakra shroud, mercilessly punching the last Oto ninja repeatedly. Naruto didn't have any blood on him due to his chakra shroud vaporizing it upon contact. Naruto continued to punch even as he heard a voice. "Naruto? Stop. It's over," said Kurama, trying to calm his partner down. Naruto never acknowledged Kurama as he continued to turn the ninja's head into mush. Naruto reared back for another punch as he felt his arm get stopped midway. His chakra shroud vanished immediately as he felt a piece of paper touch his forehead. It was a seal tag placed by Jiraiya. "Jiraiya-sensei, I couldn't catch," said Naruto as he fell into a deep sleep. Jiraiya nodded his head at Naruto and picked him up and placed him on his shoulder. "I know, kid. I know." 1 week later, Team 7 had been dismissed for the day as they all separated after a few D-ranked missions. The missions were to help the village recover after Orochimaru's invasion. Suna had immediately surrendered to Konoha once they knew that Orochimaru had duped them into fighting. Konoha still held the Kazekage's children captive to keep an edge in negotiation. After being dismissed for the day, Naruto had taken to wandering around the village aimlessly with no true destination. While walking around the village, he shifted his gaze up to the Hokage mountain, specifically the Sandame's face. Naruto blew out a sigh at the memory of the Sandame. Konoha held a funeral for the lives lost in the invasion, with Hiruzen being one of them. That day, the rain fell as it seemingly wept for their longest-tenured Hokage. Ever since that day, the vegetation around Konoha was paler than normal due to Naruto's influence from his somber mood. As Naruto was looking up toward the mountain, he felt a presence behind him, a familiar presence. "Hey, Jiraiya-sensei, you need something?" said Naruto, devoid of emotion. Jiraiya looked at Naruto as he said, "Yeah, kid, I need you to come with me to find someone, and you also got another mission that you'd be perfect for." Naruto raised an eyebrow as he turned to face Jiraiya. "Find someone? Aren't you the new Hokage? Why would you leave so soon?" asked Naruto, confused. "Humph, that position isn't for me, kid. Though I was considered, you were as well," said Jiraiya as Naruto raised both eyebrows in shock. "What? Yeah, kid, your accomplishments travel fast. You were deemed too young to hold the position, though, but you did make it in the bingo book," said Jiraiya as he tossed a new bingo book at Naruto. "Page 112, kid." Naruto caught the book and opened it to the page. "Yujito ni?" asked Naruto, confused as he had flipped to a page containing a girl from Kumogakure's information. "Got em mixed up. Page 76, said Jiraiya as Naruto flipped to his page. There was a picture near his name. The picture of him with his orange scarf and gamakichi on his head. "Not really threatening with that photo," said Naruto as Jiraiya chuckled. As Jiraiya laughed, Naruto read through his information. Name: Naruto Senju. Age: approximate 14. Gender: male. Origin: Konoha Core Clan. Senju Clan affiliated with Konoha Ninja. Rank: Genin. Wears Umbu outfit. Physical description: 5 feet 6 inches tall, 125 pounds. Has deep violet eyes and golden blonde hair with 2 jaw-length bangs framing either side of his face. Also has 6 whisker mark-like scars with 3 on each cheek. Elements: Futon, Doton, and Suton. Rank: approach with caution. Special talents: Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi. Excellent control over Bijou. Can use Mokuton bounty. 50 million Ryo alive or dead. Stationed by Otogekure. Naruto looked up to Jiraiya as he finished reading over his information. Well, that makes me seem pretty dangerous despite that picture, said Naruto as he then asked, can everyone read this now? Yeah, brat. Seems Orochimaru put out quite the huge hit on you, and I'm sure when the other Kages get a hold of this information, they'll add their own. You need to watch your back from now on. But luckily I'm here to make sure you get strong enough to do so on your own without me like a bodyguard all the time, said Jiraiya as Naruto flipped back to page 112. Yujito ni, why'd you want me to get to this page? Is she the mission? Asked Naruto as he looked over Yujito's picture. Damn, she's beautiful, thought Naruto, slightly mesmerized by Yujito's photo. Jiraiya reached into his Haori. That's right, brat. On our way to finding this person, you're going to go on a side mission. Jiraiya tossed Naruto a scroll as Naruto read over its contents. A paw print? Asked Naruto, confused, wondering what kind of mission this was. Jiraiya clapped a hand on Naruto's shoulder. Yes, my young apprentice. You will approach her and ask for her paw print, and if necessary, forcibly take it. She doesn't look like she would have paws, so why would I need her paw print? She's not an animal. Jiraiya deadpanned at Naruto. If you hadn't been drooling over her looks, then you would have actually read her information and figured it out for yourself. Naruto looked sheepish at being caught like that. He then read through Yujito's info. Name: Yujito ni. Age: approximate 16. Gender: female. Origin: Kyumoga Clan. No known clan affiliation. Affiliated with Kyuubi Ninja. Rank: Jonin. Physical description: 5 feet 5 inches feet tall, 100 pounds. Has dark eyes and long, straight, blonde hair bound into a ponytail by taut bandages. Elements: Katan and Raiten. Rank: a special talents: Jinchuriki of the Nibi. Near perfect control of Bijou. Bounty: no bounty available. Naruto looked shocked to see Yujito be a Jinchuriki as well. She's just like me, thought Naruto, until he realized something. You want me to find her and ask her for her paw print? The paw print of the 2 tails? Said Naruto as Jiraiya nodded. Who's the client for this mission? It's not you, is it? Asked Naruto. No, it's not me. Your client is a cat. This was originally a mission for Sasuke, said Jiraiya as Naruto perked up. Sasuke? Why would he give me his mission? Asked Naruto. To get you out of the village for a little while. He took the other cat left on his list and he left this one for you. And you're gonna do it now. Enough questions. Pack your stuff and we'll head out in an hour, shouted Jiraiya as he disappeared in a poof of smoke. Naruto nodded his head and vanished in a shunshin to get prepped for the missions. Naruto grabbed his bag and shut his apartment door as he headed off to the village gate. Yugito ni. This should be interesting, thought Naruto as he looked back to the Hokage mountain. Sorry I couldn't make it in time, Gigi. I miss you and I hope you're resting in peace. Thanks for everything. As Naruto was walking away, he pulled out a sealed envelope with his name on it.to. Naruto Senju from Hiruzen Sarutobi. Naruto decided he'd have to read it at some point shortly, but he'd do it after his trip with Jiraiya.